My name is A.P.T, and this is my confession. You know, I don't really like to dwell too much on the past or things that would have been or could have been. But there's always been one thing that always annoyed me that I wish I could go back and fix. So back when I was a little kid, I had a Super Nintendo Entertainment System, and I was a big fan of the Ninja Turtles franchise. So when the fourth game in the series came out, it was Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. It was very, very big in the arcades. When it came to the home console, I was the first person in line to buy it. One of my favorite games that I ever played. I mean, you could play with a friend, and the best part was you could throw enemies at the screen. And what was cool about that was, when you killed the bad guy the regular way, you only got 1 point. But if you threw him at the screen, you got 3 points. So there used to be this show that came on TV by GamePro. They have a magazine. But at the time, I didn't know they had a magazine. I just thought they just had the TV show. So every Saturday, the TV show would come on, and I'd watch it. They'd give you updates on games and, anything having to do with video games. So one Saturday, I'm watching the show, right? At the end of the show, they have a contest. For all of you fans of Turtles in Time, if you can get the most amount of points in the game and send a picture of it to us, then we will send you your very own Turtles in Time arcade. Oh my God! I would love to have a Ninja Turtles arcade in my home that I didn't have to pay for, and I could play it anytime I wanted to. And unlike the Super Nintendo version, with the arcade version, I could play with 4 players. So I went on a playing streak to try to get the highest score I possibly could. Now, it was hard because in order to do that, I basically had to go through the entire game on hard mode and throw almost every single bad guy that I possibly could. And it wasn't always easy to throw them because you have like 4 or 5 other, foot soldiers around you, and you're trying to throw one bad guy without having the other ones kill you. Somehow, I managed to do it. I went through the game at least 3 or 4 times. Finally, I managed to get 1,604 points on the game, which is a lot of points for that game. And I took a picture of it, and it was awesome. Went to the photo place and, got the photo of it so we could see it. But there was one problem. When they ran the promo, I forgot to write down where to send my points. At the time, I was like, man, I should have written it down, but I didn't have time to because I was just interested in getting the contest. But no problem, because, the show will be on next Saturday, and they'll probably say, the contest was for like 2 weeks, so they'd probably come on next week, and then I'd be able to get the address and send it to them. And then next Saturday came, and the show did not air. And I couldn't get the address to where I needed to send the picture. And I just figured, it's whatever. I probably didn't get the highest score anyway. It's 1,604 points. So I'm sure somebody probably got a higher score than that. 2 months later, I'm walking in Toys R Us. I'm looking in the magazine section because I always used to get Nintendo Power. I would go there and check out the Nintendo Power magazines or the electronic Give Me monthlies. And I look, and I notice that there's a GamePro magazine. Guess what issue I picked up? It was the issue of the magazine that showed the winner of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for Turtles in Time contest. And the person that won first place had 1,400 points. 200 points less than I had for that freaking contest. And had I known that they had a magazine, I would have been able to send them my picture, and I would have gotten my very own Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time arcade game. And I was devastated. And to this day, I'm still devastated because I could have had a Turtles machine, and I would have taken good care of it, and it would still be working, and I could have friends coming over to play it and giving me quarters and get some extra money on the side. And instead, I don't have it. And to this day, I still regret not having written down the address and not having known that GamePro had a magazine. And this is before the internet, so I couldn't look up to see where the address was or that they even had a magazine. So I am just stuck in my life without a freaking Turtles machine, and it still pisses me off to this freaking day! I'm A.P.T, and this is my confession. And I need a moment. I'm sorry.